This is Coolkermit. Hey guys, this is Coolkermit5 here, and Happy New Year to all my fans and subscribers. So for this new year, we'll be playing God Eater 3, the third entry in the series and a big improvement over the Yellow 2 games. But enough of that, let's get started, shall we? As soon as we load the game and get started. But they improved the gameplay into a whole new level. As soon as we get to the game, let's take a look at the new area that we are on right now. And the story of this game is actually pretty interesting, to say the least. Mostly for the character. You play as your created character, who at the start is locked up like a prisoner. Basically, the new guard arcs that we are equipped with are like handcuffs. So basically, they could unlock when you go on a new mission. But we don't have to do that there because we just moved on to a new home area, which is actually pretty nice to see. And there's a lot of characters to talk to. There's Ricardo. Basically, he was a god eater himself, but mostly in his own time. Let's see who else is here. It's Keith. Basically, he's the one who takes care of the acceleration triggers that will work in the game. We'll get to that sometime later on. Now let's see. Look at the other characters that you meet in the story. There's Zeke, who is pretty much a hot-headed, cocky man, but he's actually a pretty fun character to talk to, and he's really fun. And the character you meet up with later on in the game, which I would say is pretty interesting, Lulu. She's basically a god eater back at Burren, basically for some people, but she's been cast aside by those who care for her. So let's take a look at the other parts of the level before we get to the main part of the game. There's other characters you should meet on as well, which we'll see sometime later. And this is the male's cabin, where some of the characters will usually be in here, but looks like no one's here. Surprising. Here are the kids that were from the prison. There's Mar. It's kind of a funny little kid. Lindley, who is the most adorable little kid because she's so adorable. Let's take a look at the office here and see what we have. Now, the first person you meet in the story is Hugo Pennyworth. He's pretty much the cool character in this one. No attitude, no questions asked. And there's Hilda. She's in charge of that pretty bad of a game. Let's take a look at the laboratory block and see what we can find there. The medical wards. This is where Lulu was here. Oh look! This show. He doesn't look pretty good, but he's soon to be getting better thanks to the medicine that they give him. And and the other character we introduced is Claire. She's in charge of guarding this door. But for those who have played the game, if you know about what's behind that door, please don't spoil it for me, because I hate being spoiled. But let's get back to the bridge and select our mission. And the game looks absolutely fantastic. It looks beautiful. And the last character we introduced is Amy, who is in charge of giving you all the specific missions in the game. But when you first start the game, you get missions by a guard who really hates your guts. But let's see what the missions are, shall we? Now, there are some missions I haven't even unlocked yet, so bear with me for a minute. But let's talk about the clarification missions. These are just missions that give you some clarification, like different class of ranks, basically. But some of these are unknown for the time, so we can't enter that one. There's standard class, or if you want to go really badass, yeah, there's the elite class, which I will not get into. There's some special missions, which are, well, they're not available yet, but later on in the game. There's extra missions, which are not unlockable yet because we haven't finished the main story, but we'll get to that one sometime soon. And there's different ranks of this one, so let's take a look at any of these missions. There's some missions based on the ranks of difficulty. And it seems we have just unlocked a new type of mission. And oh boy, this one's gonna be a bit of a doozy. Because I think I know what this origami is. It's a real bit of a pain, but there's different types of origami to face in this one. There's a classic. They brought back some of the classic origami, like the Siren, the Koho, and some of the other ones. But it brought up some new origami, which is pretty awesome to say at least. But we're just gonna pick one of the let's choose one of the standard rank missions. And we're just gonna play through some of the missions and let you know how the gameplay works in this one. So let's take on this origami here. Now, same rules as the previous Guardian games. You can go solo or team up with 3 other players. Those who are teamed or online, basically. And you can pick whichever character who you want to join this one. So we're gonna pick Hugo because he has a blades origami. We pick Claire. She has a spear, God Arc. And finally, let's go with Zeke. Don't worry, we'll pick Lulu in the next mission. Zeke has the Hammer God Arc. And I have one of the new weapons of God Arc. And I forgot to mention, you can use new weapons in this game. They add 2 weapons, like you got the twin blades origami. I mean God Arcs. Sorry. You still have the classic weapons from the past games: short sword, medium, buster blade, the hammer, spear, and the scythe. But they also added new weapons, like the dual blade and the moon blade. Yeah, this actually looks pretty impressive. I mean, some of the weapons look really impressive for a time being. You can also use You can also choose their standard range weapon, like the assault, sniper, shotgun. And there's also a laser in this game, which is pretty decent because lasers are cool. So I'm gonna have myself. But you can also pick different types of shield: light, medium, and heavy shields. You can also change your appearance from the character, and from the character's view, the character's appearances are always incredible. I chose the standard appearance because from the anime opening, which we saw on the internet, it looks awesome. You can also change different costumes as well. Like you can choose them different looks, how the characters look. There are also some suits that were a little too funny, and some were just a little bit hilarious. But they also added a Code Vein Revenant look, which looks absolutely fantastic. I have Code Vein here. I played it. It's pretty awesome. We'll do a live stream on that one sometime later on in the future. But for now, we're just going to stick to what we have. And we have a mission, so let's get started. Course cleared, all systems green. Let's launch. Oh, I get goosebumps every single time I play a new Guardian game. It's been a while since I played the first. Let's get started. Now, as you can tell from the gameplay trailer, the gameplay looks absolutely gorgeous. It looks bigger and much more different than the past 2 Guardians games we played. You still have explorer missions, still attack origami. What we're doing on this little origami, the Dread Pike. They will introduce some Guardians 2, I think, which were impressive. Now notice the gameplay is a little bit different. But the gameplay is still the same as the other 2. You attack with light attacks, mixed with a little bit of heavy attacks, and you can even swallow them whole. And using your Guardian's ability. And look who's decided to join the party. It's party time. Now the burst mode is a little different because you've been given new type of different blood. It's not like the blood arcs or anything like that, but only a little bit different. And notice this little blue A here. That's the acceleration trigger that we have just activated. It'll give us more speed and more damage. There's different types of acceleration triggers, like this one for speed, for power-up attacks, or even defense. And you're seeing we just broke that creep's legs. Now, let's combine our weapons, shall we? Slice and dice, slice and dice. Oh yeah, I forgot one other thing. there's a new feature they added for this game. Like you see that yellow, see the yellow circle around them. That's because they have a new feature which is called Engage. It's where two people can combine their powers together to make themselves better, stronger, or even more better. You know, with stats, more power upgrades, or even new attacks. Basically, you see him taking a little bit of a defense route. Come on, come on, come on! Thank you, whoever gave me that.
This will help. Use it.
Looks like I can clear my free shots, you know, with my burst mode, so she can use her power to help her out. And looks like I broke all 3 of its parts. Booyah, shot. Ra-da-da-da. This game is actually much better than Yellow 2. Not because of story, but the gameplay. The gameplay is much more fluent and much more badass. And looks like we have just killed an origami. Oh, that is impressive. One of the new features added is the dash ability. By pressing the R2 and the X button, you can give yourself an extra speed by extra boost. And the items and map is a little different than usual. Like there's different new levels to explore, new characters to meet. But for those who are gonna play the game for the first time, I won't spoil any more storylines because that would be rude and that'll be unfair. Mission complete. And look at my character. So cool. And let's see what rank we got. Triple S. Now that is impressive. And you see, we got a whole lot of goodies. I think I saw some new ones there too. Like you get some materials, new blueprints for weapons, so on and so on. And you see our burst art are pretty upgradable. And our acceleration trigger is leveled up a little bit. Well, just by %. But for now, let's go ahead and see what the other missions are like before I end the last one with me doing a solo mission. For now. But I'm looking forward to seeing what this year has in store for games of the future. Like we know the PS5 is coming up soon, but there's a reveal coming up next week, which I hope it's true. There's the Xbox Series X, which I'm not interested.
That was a heck of a fight. I'm giving you my main dish at dinner tonight as a reward.
I do enjoy dinner. Now let's switch up weapons for a minute. Let's switch with the ring blade for a minute. And holy moly, this blade looks pretty heavy. And we're gonna switch our costumes a bit. I'm gonna switch the Code Vein Remnant. Isn't that edgy enough? Now for the next 2 missions, we're gonna be doing a little bit of skirmish mission. And we're gonna pick Lulu for this one because she has a double blade, and I have the ring weapon. Hasyo! Classic. Now the origami are much more stronger and more powerful in this third game. They can also do burst links as well, just as much as Guardians can do. And some of the classic characters from the past Guardians games make their return to this game. Let's see how I do well with this weapon here. Oop. That was a little bit of passing. Oh, that's unique. Whoa! Look at me go. Okay, I had my fun. Let's see what else I can do here. Whoa. What does it do?
Use it. This will help. It'll hit. I can
Out of my way!
I can
Oh man, this is so sore. That's him dead.
Target silent.
And what do you know? We did a good job.
Excellent job.
We made it. We're finished here.
One new thing about this ring blade, when you press the
Don't forget to
R
check
and
for useful items.
the R1 button and the square button, it turns into a giant axe. Slice and dice. But it's actually a pretty cool weapon, no doubt. But I will switch back to my blades as soon as possible. So we're just gonna finish up this mission. We'll do one more mission, this time going solo. Because I'd rather do my missions going alone. Like a lone wolf, basically. Triple S again. And well, you know, we have a new God arc. Pretty impressive. But, if you remember fan favorites like Alyssa, Soma, and some of the other characters from the past games, they'll make their return to this game. Now, this game is going to get a new update in a few days' time, showing up some new episodes or items or costumes to get. Yeah, I'm going to update when that update happens. Some tricky parts may be a little bit harder to find. And don't I say I look cool in this costume?
That was a heck of a fight. I'm giving you my main dish at dinner tonight as a reward.
Didn't you already say that? I can't really complain. But for now, we'll switch our weapons for now, because we need our toys back. And, you know, just for curiosity, we're gonna go for the sniper. Now, for the last mission, we're gonna be doing this one solo. Like a lone wolf, basically. Let's see. What's to do? Well, sorry, fellas, but I'm going alone this one. This should be promising. Look. Ooh, goosebumps. But yeah, this is actually pretty impressive so far. But hopefully, it'll be much more improved. And for Code Vein, I might think of doing a live stream of that game soon, because I need to face the second boss, which totally kicked me around. So let's get moving.
Beginning mission. I'm praying for your safe return.
I will make it home today.
I'll deal
a swift but certain death. I can read you like a book. Solid hit.
My character sounds edgy. Apparently, he didn't die easily. Oh boy! Oh boy! That was trouble. And stay away. And if you kill a spider origami, be sure to stay clear, because they explode when they die. Very bad warning. Right now. This is tense. I've never fought in a situation like this in my life. There's another ogre tail, which we need to kill. I need to heal myself. This is dangerous. Very, very dangerous. And that, the spider is dead. Bon appetit.
Good job. Mission
Yeah,
successful.
and that was pretty easy.
Get home.
Way too easy.
Returning to base.
Oh, and for those who want to heal us quickly, you see these green
To check for useful
spots?
items.
They're there to help you out, to heal yourself in case you run out of items. So that was a first solo mission that we did. And I look cool in this costume. Just waiting me see what it says here. Triple S Plus. And a new record, too. Let's see what we get out of this. That's pretty impressive. Well, that should be about it for this one. Now, I want to say thank you for watching this New Year's Day special of my live stream, and thank you for watching me play God Eater free. Now, if you want to see more of my videos, be sure to click the subscribe button. And if you like what you see, be sure to comment and like. But, it should be pretty impressive nonetheless, but I say myself impressed.
That was a heck of a fight. I'm giving you my main dish at dinner tonight as a reward.
That's third time the charm. But this is about it. This is Coolkermit 5 signing out, and Happy New Year, everybody.